Dad sodas.
MF and Dad sodas.
Yeah. We're back, baby.
We're back.
Drum Brigade.
What's up, everybody?
Drum Brigade.
Welcome to the Drum Brigade Show. Drum Brigade Show. Drum Brigade Show.
Yeah.
Back. Yes.
That's a good song.
Episode number 9.
Don't be stealing that song.
Yeah. Copyrighted.
Yeah.
We already sent it to ourselves.
Yeah, we filmed this in advance, so don't even try.
It's the Drum Brigade Show, man. Episode 9 here in beautiful Oceanside, California at Studio 528, home of the Drum Brigade.
Yes, sir.
I am Corey Kingston Horn. Next to me is the man, funky, fantastic, Philadelphia, Phil Pardell. What's up, buddy?
You are damn straight.
Yeah, we're drinking beer today.
Yeah, feels good.
Enough of that fizzy water. I ain't got time for that no more, dude.
I mean, this is pretty close to fizzy water,
fizzy
though.
water, yeah.
It's pretty much...
I mean, it tastes the same to me, so...
Yeah.
I mean, you know, some days we want to drink and some days we don't. And today, we are drinking
Yeah. It's been
the
a long
taste
day.
of the Rockies, dude.
Had a good meeting earlier.
Yeah.
It was good.
We got some things planned for Drum Brigade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I'm not ready, but the
Next
world
week,
definitely ain't
right?
ready.
Next week?
Man. Yeah, so this is episode 9. Next week is episode 10. We got a big episode planned for next week.
I think it's going to be the last one of this
Of
season.
this season,
right?
yeah. And then season 2 starts, and the world definitely ain't ready for that. So, episode 10, I mean, can we really say what we're doing? I mean, it's happening, right?
Yeah, I think it's happening.
Let's talk about this.
Doc's Drum Shop.
We're taking over.
Yeah.
Taking over Doc's Drum Shop. Mm-hmm. Taking it over. That drum shop is ours. Drum Brigade. Doc's Drum Shop is going to be the home of the Drum Brigade next week.
Next week.
And we're going to film our episode there of the Drum Brigade Show. We can't say that we're in beautiful Oceanside, California, because we're going to be in beautiful Sorrento Valley, San Diego, at
It's
Doc's
true.
Drum Shop. We are taking it over. We're taking it over. I might just fill the whole drum shop up with Masters of Maple drums.
Don't tell Doc.
I think I am going to do that.
Oh, man.
I think he'd be mad at that, you know, and I'm not sure if Sahir would be cool with that, but I would be cool with that.
It's going to be rad. They've
Yeah,
got a
we
lot of really cool drums there,
Yeah.
and it's a good vibe.
I think we're going to be teaching there. Both of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Dang,
Excited.
Drum Brigade coming up in this world, dude.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to have our own curriculum.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
We
Look
can't
out.
tell them about everything, but we got some cool stuff.
We got a lot of plans. It's going to
Yes.
be sick.
So for now, we're going to be taking over Doc's Drum Shop. Next week for episode 10, the finale of season 1, we got some dope drummers coming through. You aren't even ready for the drummers coming through.
Oh, yeah.
We got lessons all day. We got giveaways. We got drumsticks for sale. We got t-shirts for sale. We got Doc Sweeney drum sets for sale. We got Vessel drums for sale. We got possibly a clinic. We got a shed happening. We got so much stuff. We're going to film it all. We're going to bring you guys along.
Yeah.
Or you could just come down next week, but I don't know if you'll know about it, but well, yeah, just come down and hang out with us.
Yeah, except it'll be in the past.
when this show drops, yes, it'll be in the past.
Yeah.
But you
Get
can
your
still
time
come
machine.
go to Docs and
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm overwhelmed with how much we have to do to plan this, but
It's going to be rad.
it's gonna be so worth it because we are taking over Doc's Drum Shop.
I'm excited, man. I think this is going to be fun.
It's a brand new shop, man. It's brand new. It's in San Diego. We're in San Diego, and I mean,
I wonder if he's still got that brass snare.
I don't even want. I hope he doesn't, man, because I don't have the money, but I want that snare so bad.
Yeah, maybe we could work it off.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's the thing, man. They talked about like paying us commissions if we sold kits, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, if you sell a snare, man, you'll get a commission for it. I'm like, that's cool, except all my commissions will be going towards other snares.
Yeah.
I'll just be getting commissions off the snares that I sell myself.
That's pretty cool, though.
I guess.
Like a discount.
If it works that way, but yeah. So anyways, I think it's going to be really cool, episode 10. Mm-hmm. We got a lot planned for that episode, and I can't wait to do it. And, man, I'm not ready for that shed that night. I need to start practicing right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm scared.
I'm not scared. Yeah, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
We're going to, because we got some heavy dudes coming.
I'm just going to hold the camera, probably.
No. We got to get in that mix.
You're right. We got to. That's what the Brotherhood's all about.
Yeah. It's about us getting better.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why I want to have a shed, man. So anyways, we got a show tonight for you as well. We got our catch up. We got the question of the day. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty general one, but question of the day, drum video of the week. I can't wait to watch this thing, dude. Product review. You're reviewing your drum robot.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
The Nord Drum 3P.
All right.
I think that's what it's called.
I'm confused about this thing, so I can't wait to see this review because I don't know what this thing is about. I think it does samples, but you're like, no samples.
No, it doesn't do
See,
samples.
I'm confused. We'll get into that in the review. It's been another week. I got my soapbox. I probably have a couple because you know how this show goes.
Yep.
I always say, yeah, I got a soapbox this week, and then by the time we get into segment number 1, I'm already 3 soapboxes deep. So it's been another week. It's been a busy week, and you know that's how it goes. I have soapboxes.
Yep. We might have to start calling the show Corey's Soapbox.
It might. I mean, yeah, Corey's soapbox along with a few other things. Dude, I need I always said this show is a platform for drummers who have a voice, but it seems like no one has a voice louder than mine. I had to make up a show just so I can just complain about stuff.
No.
Well,
we're talking about important issues.
Yeah, things that like are important to me.
Yeah.
And we got our drum games, man.
Drum games.
We got a unique drum game tonight that we haven't done before, and I didn't even talk to you about it. But
what are we doing?
Well, we're gonna get to it when we get to the drum games.
Dang, keep me in suspense. I don't even know.
It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be hard, but it goes along with It goes along with the question of the day, so we'll have to figure this out. Anyways, let's get into it.
Drum Brigade.
All right, man. So, how was your week and stuff?
It's good. Same old. Play a lot of gigs. Taught a bunch of lessons.
Yeah.
Bopping on stuff with sticks. Life's good.
Yeah, me too.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I always start the show off like this, but it's always my gigs that get me going. I'm sorry, but we got to start this show off the way we've started the last, 4 episodes? I'm sorry, guys, but let's do this. I ain't trying to hear that right now. Well, I played a couple gigs.
Yeah.
So, I played a normal gig on Saturday. It was with the Schmucky Metals band. Went great. Like one of the funnest ones I've done. No complaints there. I get a text like Saturday night from somebody very close to me and very close to the show. A phenomenal singer. She's like, hey, are you able to play tomorrow morning for brunch with me? Sunday brunch. I'm like, yeah. She's like, ends at 2 o'clock. Like, perfect. I'll be there. No problems there. Happy to play with her. Stoked. Show up to the gig. See a car out front. Let me just show you what the car looked like.
Okay.
Yeah. 94.7 The Wave. You know what that station plays?
Is it smooth?
Yeah.
How smooth?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. 94.7 The freaking Wave is sitting out front. This happens to be a GD Smooth Jazz gig. Dude, you guys all know I don't do smooth jazz. I hate smooth jazz. Stop calling it jazz.
Corey hates smooth jazz.
Oh, I'm yelling. We're 5 minutes into the show and I'm yelling.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mic clipped.
I'm sorry, but I hate smooth jazz.
It's cool.
I show up to this freaking club called Schmaganini's. I'm not going to say the real name. In Seal Beach. Like, there's a smooth jazz van or SUV out front. The front of the club says Schmaganini's Jazz Club. Jazz Club.
Yeah.
Jazz Club.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh boy, there's a smooth jazz car out front. Oh boy.
Well, there's the word jazz and smooth jazz.
No!
So, no.
Don't call it jazz.
Okay.
Just because you say it's smooth doesn't mean it's... I don't want to get on this trip. But I walk in. This is a jazz club. They're playing Bruno Mars.
What?
On the overhead speakers. Sunday brunch. Come to Sunday brunch jazz club. Freaking Uptown Funk is playing as I'm walking through the doors. I'm like, nice jazz club.
That's pretty much, yeah, that's right in there with like
Bruno Mars, dude.
McCoy Tyner and stuff. Pretty much the
Straight
same
up
thing.
bop, dude.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get on, like, I get there. There isn't, okay, no, I played one jazz song with this artist, which is fine. She wasn't really playing smooth jazz, but like, dude, her band was straight up smooth jazz, dude. All I see in the audience, dude, is just funny looking blazers with all these like designs on them. Dudes wearing like sandals, like mandals.
Man, is that man sandals?
Yes. Man sandals
Wait,
with no socks.
What's a man sandal look like?
Well, you have a couple different like mandals, dude. You know what? Mandals?
No.
No. I'm sorry, dude. I don't do mandals either.
Are mandals, are they the ones with like the sideways going straps?
Okay, those are
Like
like
that
the
you-
beach looking ones. Like, you're a surfer, dude. Fine. Sandals
No.
are cool.
I mean the ones that like you can like go hiking in. They're like hiking sandals. Is that what you mean?
Yes, but more dressy. Like, I'm talking like those, but like leather. You wear them with no socks. Socks? No, we're not doing socks.
I don't think I've ever hung out with this crowd that you've
Bro.
been hanging out with.
It's the smooth jazz crowd to the T. It's dudes trying to look like they're all like high dollar,
Posh hiking
posh.
sandals?
They're not hiking sandals.
I'm
They're
pretty sure.
not hiking sandals.
Pretty sure they're for hiking.
They're like... I'm sure you can hike in these sandals.
I've never seen them, but my gut's just telling me.
I'm sure you could. But they're not. Okay, wait. They're not hiking sandals. I'm pretty sure they're hiking sandals. They're not. They're like more like Indian, Middle Eastern sandals. Yeah, okay, you could probably hike in the desert with them.
Okay.
Because it's hot, you need to air out your feet. These fools are not wearing them to go hiking, dude. You're not hiking to smooth jazz.
Okay.
You're like being smooth, dude. You're drinking mimosas and listening to smooth saxophone.
Yeah, you get dropped off in like a convertible Chrysler.
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Like it's like tan
What are those
colored.
like
It's like
roadsters?
champagne colored.
Yes, or like a roadster. Don't they drive roadsters?
Face was so good.
Don't they drive roadsters? Is that what they're called?
Yeah. That I think there is.
What is the Chrysler too? The Chrysler that you're talking about? Yeah.
There is such a car as a roadster.
Yes.
I've
Like
heard,
those
I've heard of
roadsters
these.
where the wheels stick out in the front, you know, and the back too. They got like fenders and stuff. Yeah, those things. They drive those. They drive those. They wear like weird butterfly collar, big no, they'll wear like a V-neck shirt, t-shirt,
But with a blazer on.
but with a blazer on,
Yeah.
with like weird designs, like flowers on
Like
it,
a
maybe.
maroon blazer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And then they'll wear like now, like the smooth jazz scene is getting hip to like skinny jeans. Or, well, no, not skinny jeans. Like maybe like boot cut jeans. They love boot cut jeans, dude.
I did go to a
Mandals.
fundraiser once where there was a smooth jazz band
Oh,
playing.
no. No, no, no.
I remember the saxophone
Oh, no, 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 no.
had
Obviously a soprano.
No, it wasn't. I think there was one on stage, but this one,
there
I
was.
think it was a tenor, if I remember right, and it was, I think it had zebra stripes. It was
Unbelievable.
like black and white. If I remember right, it was zebra or tiger stripes. You know, some kind of black and white stripes.
Whatever it was,
It was pretty intense.
that's smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah, any saxophone there, you're not getting like a vintage looking, like patinaed. No, this is very polished.
it was
or
shiny
designed.
and black and white.
It's so
And
tacky, dude.
one of it, and his. I remember a solo he did. He did like.
One note for an hour and a half.
No, he did like air sounds.
Oh
Like
no,
like,
no, no, no.
and he was like acting like a robot. while he
Oh
was
my
doing it, too.
god. Oh, I'm getting so mad. I'm getting so mad.
Yeah, I mean they could all play. They were all good players. You
No,
could tell, but
no,
it was like
no.
they were
no.
playing. Yeah, I mean,
No.
it's all about decisions and what you play, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell they had capabilities of playing, but they were playing
No,
like
no. You're
Yeah.
choosing to play the worst music. That's not. You're choosing to play music that is called something that it's not.
yeah,
These guys go, yeah, I play jazz.
yeah.
No, you do not.
Well, let me ask you, Corey.
Oh boy.
What makes smooth jazz smooth jazz?
Well, what makes crap crap?
Whoa.
What makes I throw up on the floor? What makes that throw up,
I think Corey might actually like smooth jazz.
bro?
If you're watching this episode, you should make Corey a mixtape or CD
No.
and send it to Drum Brigade.
I'm not impressed with anything smooth jazz. I'm never impressed by
Just
any
for
musicians
Corey.
that play smooth jazz. I don't like smooth jazz. I don't think that is jazz. It's music.
Yeah.
It's music for people that like watered down bullcrap for music. If you like that, then go freaking sip your little koozie and drive your roadster and wear your mandals that you went hiking in and listen to that bullcrap.
Hey, I'm with you. I hate smooth jazz.
What makes
But-
smooth jazz to me is
I had an epiphany though. I figured out what the one of the defining features of it is.
swung hi-hats.
No. No, that's not. Yeah. Well, I mean that is part of it, but not
I'll tell you what I think it is.
what.
It's taking songs that are already probably bad, making them extremely simple and dumb,
But they
and
can
adding
make-
a sax as the main melody.
But they can make any song smooth jazz. They can make
they can
songs.
make any song smooth jazz.
Yeah, they can even make real jazz songs smooth jazz. How?
Adding a watered down backbeat drum machine. Kind
Yeah,
of sounding
it's a
thing to it.
backbeat.
Yeah.
It's the drums doing like just a straight pocket beat.
Yeah.
And
but done
mandatory electric bass.
Yes, slapping if you're really good. at
Usually
smooth
some kind of
jazz.
slapping involved. Yeah. But
I
it's all
mean-
in the. It's. I mean, well, obviously There's a lot of other horrible characteristics, but that's the one thing I've noticed. It's all about
That terrible backbeat. So,
a terrible,
so this gig, man.
a terrible backbeat.
This gig was like not a bad gig. I'm not complaining about the gig.
So did you play a lot of backbeats?
I played backbeats the whole time.
Was there a saxophone?
Oh yeah,
Soprano?
And he was this dude is a great singer, by the way, like incredible singer. He wasn't playing soprano; he was playing tenor. He is as smooth jazz as it gets, though, man. Like
Really, you didn't have a soprano
no,
tucked away somewhere?
No. He's. This is the thing, man. All these guys in this band actually could play, like you said. Like
Yeah.
they could. Like the keyboard player was freaking dope, but he wasn't really smooth jazz. And then I know the guitar player. He's a younger guy. You know, like I've met the sax player before. He's as smooth as it gets, though, dude. He dresses the part.
Yeah?
That's his scene, dude. It's his scene.
You have boat shoes on?
He didn't. He didn't.
Loafers?
He had like super fancy like
Hiking sandals.
no super fancy like dress shoes. No socks though.
Ah,
No
there
socks.
it is.
Yeah,
There
no
it is.
socks. But he could sing, man. He had a voice on him, and like he could play. So the gig was actually fun. But this is the funny thing about this gig, man, is like, so I get the gig the night before. I'm like, yeah, I can do the gig. Cool, let's do it. That night, I'm on a gig, like texting, like, hey, I don't have a list from you, or I just got your list. Like, there's no way I can learn all these tunes by the morning, you know? She's like, well, I'm going to make a playlist and you can learn them on the way, like just driving to the gig. I'm like, fine, that's cool. So the whole time at this gig, though, the gig went well. It was a lot of fun. But I was just playing the grooves to these songs.
Sweet backbeat.
Sweet backbeats, kind of swung a little bit. Like playing up this smooth jazz thing, hating my life, hating myself for just just
Oh, man.
doing this to myself. I've reached this point in my career that I'm now playing a smooth jazz gig. How dare I?
You probably got paid well, though.
I got paid. It wasn't enough for playing at a smooth jazz club.
Is it ever enough?
No,
I think it was because you did it.
I did it.
You,
it was
you
a nice
You
gig.
could have walked. You could
It
have
was
been like
free food.
You could have been like, F this.
Yeah.
F you and your hiking like classy hiking sandals.
Sandals.
That are
Classy.
definitely for hiking.
I was playing this gig the whole time though, and like I was literally not doing. I was like holding back so much. Like I was just playing the groove to these songs, getting through the songs, like not doing anything really extra. Like maybe building the solos a little bit, but not like crazy drum fills. Nothing out of my comfort zone. Everything just grooves. That's it.
Nothing out of your comfort zone.
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
No, you were playing smooth jazz.
Well, yes, it was dramatically easier than playing like a pop gig.
Okay.
And
I'm
I'm like,
confused.
am I doing this
I thought
right?
the whole thing would be out of your comfort zone.
The
dude.
whole stepping foot in there was out of my comfort zone. I mean, playing drums though, I didn't do hardly any fills, nothing. It was just like pocket. And I'm like, man, I hope I'm doing enough, man. Like, I just feel like I'm holding back a lot. And then, like, on breaks, everybody's like, man, you're killing it, man. I'm like, dude, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just playing 4/4, dude.
Yeah.
Man, sound great, man. Killing it, man. You got that pocket, bro. I'm like, this is what smooth jazz is? You guys are really that, like,
That sounds easy.
man, so easy. So easy. That's
Where do they sell these hiking
That's-
sandals? Find
in
some of
India, apparently, I think.
These Indian fancy hiking
They're dressy sandals,
for
dude.
hiking in the desert.
They're not hiking in the desert. They're hiking in the urban jungles of smooth jazz, dude.
I just ordered some on Amazon.
I can't wait to see
I'm
it.
gonna start
Hey,
playing smooth jazz because that sounds like easy as.
It is, dude. It is. This is what I've come to realize. These fools that play this music play it because it is so easy money. It's so easy money, dude. This gig was so easy. Our sets were short. We got fed good. We got paid good. They treated us like crap. The place sucks, dude. The place sucks. Your staff sucks at that place, but I'm not going to get on a soapbox about that because this is about smooth jazz. Mm-hmm. I hate smooth jazz, but this was an easy gig, dude. I know why these fools do this now. I'm thinking about changing careers. I'm kidding. Kidding.
No, he's
not
not.
a chance I would wear mandals with no
Make
socks.
sure you send some smooth jazz mixtapes.
Please do not.
To Corey Kingston.
You will get blocked. You will get blocked.
No, just send him like through the traditional U.S. Postal Service. He can't block that.
I will something. I will do something. I will not stand for that.
Well, by the time this airs, you're gonna be. That's like all you're gonna do. You're gonna be like ska shma.
No.
No,
Smooth jazz ska though, that's something.
does that exist?
No. No.
Maybe we should do that.
No.
We just thought of a new style.
Well, anyways, that was my gig on that day, on Sunday. Saturday was good. It was great. It was what it was. But yeah, Sunday, man, I was stoked to play with this particular artist because she's always fun to play with. She's got some dope stuff coming out too.
Yeah.
Like a new album coming out that's really dope. I just was a little taken aback, caught off guard, blindsided that I was tricked into going to a freaking smooth jazz show.
You were the smooth jazz show.
And I was part of it.
You were the show.
I just kept saying to my wife came and I was like, oh boy.
Was she laughing the whole
She
time?
was like, babe, just take a deep breath. And I'm like, oh boy.
oh boy.
Here's a smooth jazz car. And it was like in between sets, like 94 wave is whatever they're called, is coming on. There was not one jazz song played over their sound system on Sunday.
Huh.
It was like 80 songs. It was like David Bowie. It was like not one jazz song.
I mean, I love David Bowie.
No, I love David Bowie. I think David Bowie's great, but I wouldn't go to a jazz club to listen to David Bowie.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's it. So, soapbox number 1, smooth jazz. And you know what? That isn't going to be the last one because anytime we mention smooth jazz, it's a soapbox. I ain't trying to hear that right now. Call it easy listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving
94.7, 94.7 The Wave. Call your music easy listening. It is not jazz. Not jazz.
Did you do anything for fun besides play a lot of really, really awesome smooth jazz?
I hate smooth jazz. Yes, I did some fun things. We went to Mexico. It was my anniversary. It was my wife's anniversary, too.
Congratulations.
12 years.
12 years. That's what's up.
12 years. I'm not a kid anymore.
No, sir.
12 years. Went to Cancun. No, Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico. Drank some beers. Drank some margaritas. Went swimming. Had a good time. Didn't
Sounds
play
nice.
music. Didn't play music at all.
Woo!
Didn't even go see music. Actually, no, I saw one cover band.
Did they play Uptown Funk?
I didn't stay there that long. They didn't get that far.
That was
I'm
a
sure they
closer.
did. That's the closer, yeah. I'm sure they did. Sure they did.
We all play Uptown Funk.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. I'm gonna probably play that song tomorrow or the next day.
Me too.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Did you get any new gear?
No.
I
Nothing
did.
new. What? What did you get?
I got a new app. It's
Is
called
it-
Beatmaker 3.
Oh, cool.
Because I need to make beats for like my drum vlogs. I need to make like chill beats and hip hop beats because I've been using everybody else's beats, and then I can't monetize that S.
Nah, that's stealing, bro.
Yeah, and so there's like a conflict, and then like I can't get paid for my videos. Not that I ever will, but like I need to make my own music for that. So I made some like cheap, like 5-minute. I have this rule when I make beats, right? My beats are, if it takes me more than 15 minutes, it doesn't deserve to be made.
Okay.
So I'll make a beat and I'll be like, that's cool, and then just throw it up on YouTube.
Sweet.
And if it sucks, whatever. I'm not trying to like make a hit record. I'm just trying to have background music for me going, all right, sound check time. And then like, all right, cool, we're going to lunch.
Is there a patch in that app for soprano sax?
You could make one. I'm sure you can download that, but I would never, ever, 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 ever buy that or use it. Never.
Can you do like kind of swung hi-hat?
Oh,
with-
you can
with a
make
backbeat?
a smooth jazz beat in 5 seconds. on
Yeah.
that, for sure.
Sweet.
For sure. I would sample some like David Sanborn.
Yeah.
I would sample some. You could probably get some dope loops out of that. But nah, I ain't trying to listen to that. I have to beef up that beat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm still figuring it out. I haven't had any time to really dig into this app, but it was pretty expensive, but it seems pretty worth it. Like you can load in your own samples,
That's cool.
make some like straight up hip hop beats, dude, like whatever you want. You can make dubstep beats, you can make anything. Any kind of, it's like a, what did you call it? Digital audio workstation.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's like any other like beat machine where you press buttons and make beats, except it's on your iPad.
Sweet.
It's pretty cool.
Sounds
So
fun.
I'm going to be trying to find some time to dig into that. I can't wait. It's exciting. So no new gear for you?
No. I've been good.
That's good.
I've been good.
Yeah, I got to like hone it in and not buy anything, but it's like every time I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying anything this week, something comes up and I'm like, oh, I need that.
I mean, I bought heads for the tin roof.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Thank goodness I won't need to get on my soapbox
It
about
was just
that this
it was
week.
just the toms.
Yeah,
I went
so
to the
that
drum
kick drum.
flip, and they had. I've got some sweet, slightly used heads, which is kind of awesome. I know it sounds weird. Like most of you probably never bought used drum heads.
Yeah, but he will sell you anything.
He will sell anything, but he sells. I mean, you can get like a barely used drum head for like $3
Yeah,
or $5.
so worth it,
And
especially.
it's like one of those fancy heads. You know, one of those heads that would normally be like $18.
Yeah,
And
like,
I got 3 heads for $12 total.
yeah, you can't beat that.
And it just made the night so much better. I swapped out the toms. This dude, I've never seen a hoop cracked like that on a snare.
Didn't I tell you?
It was insane.
Crazy.
I don't even know how you do that.
How does that?
And it was a Yamaha Maple Custom. It was not a cheap snare drum. It was like, I don't know how it's split lengthwise.
Yeah,
This ways around the edge. It looks like, I don't get it. And then the kick drum head was a mess. Unfortunately, he didn't have any used kick heads that they would probably want.
I don't understand how you can damage a drum set that bad.
Yeah.
What are you like? What kind of drummers are going in there and playing those drums?
I don't know.
Like, I'm like, dude. I mean, I play pretty hard, but like, I've never broken a drum set. How do you break the front head of the kick drum? Somebody's got to be like,
I feel like it's gotta have something to do with the kick moving with a mic in it and like getting caught. I don't even know.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. That's one thing I can say about this smooth jazz gig, not to beat a dead horse or go back to that soapbox moment, but that's one good thing. They had a Yamaha drum kit there. Like, literally, I showed up. I always bring my snare, my cymbals, my stick bag, most of the time my throne, and my kick pedal. I literally showed up with all that stuff and thought, well, why don't I go in and check the kit? Brought my cymbals because I'm always switching out the cymbals. Excuse me. Literally, the kit was completely pristine, dude. Like, I literally brought my drumsticks, and that is it. I played their cymbals. I played their snare. I played all of their drums. I didn't barely tune anything. I think I tuned the floor tom a little bit higher, and I put some true tones on the snare. That's it. I used their cymbals. I used their snare. I used everything.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it was like the heads were clean. Like, none of the cymbals were cracked. Nothing was used and abused. It was just like a normal drum set that sounded great. Nothing was out of tune.
Yeah, because the drummers at that place just use the the kick, the snare, and the hi-hat, right?
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Not that there's anything wrong with that,
Look, I'm all about pocket, but
unless
you
it's
know,
smooth jazz.
I guess. I'm not gonna get on that soapbox again. But Tin Roof, dude, why? Who is playing those drums? What kind of like? I mean, even metal drums don't sound like that, and they're like the hardest hitting dudes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've played there for a while, and I don't think they've changed the heads
Well,
once since I
wanna
started
say-
playing there, and so they've been like.
I went there one time.
It's been a couple years. That's those heads have been on there.
I went there one time. It was probably like a year or two ago, and Sean was like, "Yeah, dude, finally got new heads on this thing," and they looked like they were like 2 years old.
Really?
He's like, "Yeah, we just got new heads, and at least it sounded better, but it was like not great." That's what I'm saying, though. That's what it takes. Somebody just going, "Look, man, like." A drummer taking one for the other drummers, you know, like I'm just gonna go out and get these heads. That's what Ed's shop is great for, dude.
Yeah.
You don't want to go and drop like $40 on heads or more for brand new heads on a kit that's not even yours. But
Yeah.
$12, man.
And
Like,
they reimbursed me for it too.
yeah,
so it didn't
and that's
cost me
reasonable for
anything.
them. Like, hey,
Yeah.
man, I can get you Aquarian heads, but it's gonna cost you. It's
Yeah.
like, or I can just get you drum flip heads for like $12.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, you know, I would gladly like get paid $12 less on my gig just to have new heads on that kit.
Yeah, it definitely made it a lot more enjoyable for me. That's for sure. Yeah, but ripped front heads, so weird. I played a gig the other day, yesterday, I think, and it was supposed to be everyone using the backline kit, and the band before us decided, no. We're gonna use all our own equipment, even though, like, the club had like totally decent gear. They
Yeah.
had like an 8x10 bass cabinet with
Dude.
like a SVT head and stuff. Guess what the bass player was using?
8x10.
8x10 bass
Bro.
cabinet.
Just
Gotta
put your
use his
head on
own.
it, dude.
Gotta use his own.
Can you just put your head on top and like plug it in?
No, gotta use his
Bruh,
own. Brought his
come
own
on.
cabinet. Guitarists brought their own amps. The drummer brought his own drum set. Guess what? Front head ripped to shreds
On his kit.
on his kit. House kit, totally fine.
What the heck,
Was
dude?
like, no, I need to use my kit with the ripped front head.
And you wonder why there's Grumpy Sound Man.
Yeah,
there's
if
like
I
a
was sound man, I would have been grumpy.
I would have
I'd
been like, no.
Why? What's the point?
Yeah. 15-minute changeover, bro. Oh, well, I want to use my drums. Ripped up front head.
Yeah.
No.
And then they after they were done, they got all their gear off, and then guess who had to put the house kit back up?
I would have been like, bro, come on. It's not that serious, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Like,
it's Wednesday.
stop taking yourself
Just leave your
serious.
drums at home, dude.
Yeah, dude, no. Yeah, I've definitely been there where I'm like, well, can we just use our stuff? Like, if the kit is just totally whack, like Pearl exports, then I'm like, well, I mean, I have nice drums, but I don't
Yeah.
want anybody else using them. But then everybody's like, well, we'll just use your drum kit. But these days, dude, I'm over that, man. Like, if it's one of those kind of gigs, I'm like, dude, just give me the house kit. I don't care what it is. Let's just get this done.
Yep.
Let's just get this done. Like, let's play, and like, I just need to get out of here. I got things to do. You know, I used to care more about that stuff, but now I'm just like, dude, if we're the opening band or we're just like one of the bands of many, I'm like, dude, let's just come on, let's just knock this out. Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. We played some cool stuff, and we got some stuff done this week, and I played smooth jazz.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've never done.
I hate my life.
Sorry, Corey.
Drum Brigade, question of the day.
Drum Brigade.
Question is, what size hiking sandals do you wear?
Dude, I'm serious. Some of these hiking sandals,
I'm gonna order some.
there
for
was a
Corey,
point on this
too.
gig. There was a point where I was like, babe, I'm telling my wife, she's like sitting in front of me at a table. And I'm like, you see that guy behind me? You think you could zoom in and get a picture of his shoes? And she's like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, come on, babe, come on. And she's like, first of all, I can't see him because there's a tree in the way. And I'm like, but he's wearing the like epitome of smooth jazz shoes. Like, and I'm like, I really like, I'm thinking I could use this picture for the show.
Classy desert hiking sandals.
I think they're like what you would ride a camel with, kind of. They
Whoa.
got lots of vents.
Lots of vents.
I have to show you these, dude.
I'm so
like,
mystified. The picture of them keep morphing in my brain like a sweet soprano saxophone
dude,
solo.
I know you've seen these before. I
probably have.
They're so flashy and dressy,
Really?
and like
Do
you
they have
cannot
gems on
hike
them?
Germs.
Gems.
They would be more smooth jazz if they had gems on them. I'm sure somebody's does. Just think about it, dude. Boot cut jeans, mandals, dressy hiking mandals, and a like pretty little like tight little blazer, and a V-neck shirt.
Sounds like Bruno Mars.
He is kind of smooth jazz, dude.
He kind of dresses like that, right?
I mean, apparently he's full on jazz because when you're walking into Schmagaminis, that's what they're playing, and they're calling that jazz. Gosh, it makes me. I'm not getting on this. This is a question of the day. What's your warm up, Phil?
Dang it.
Both in lessons and personal. What's your favorite warm up?
Oh, man. Well, with lessons, I've got a few that I do with students that are just like, I'm sure a lot of people do the same
I
type
use that
of
one.
thing. Yeah, you do like, you go between eighth notes and sixteenths, basically.
Like half a measure, eighth notes, half a measure, 16th notes.
Half and
Repeat.
half, whole.
Yeah.
And
Try to get them up to speed.
and then you do different sticking patterns and like work on doubles or you know, switch between tuplets and eighth notes. Basically, you know, just so you can get better at switching between the rhythms and stickings while keeping in time, and also, you know, see how try to push their speed.
Yes.
And all that, and I usually keep track of how fast they can do it clean, and
that.
Give them goals and stuff, and
I use that one a lot. I use that
Yeah.
one like most of the time in my lessons. I use that one a lot just because it's easy. And then I can build a lot off of that in our lessons. Like I can use that exercise or that warm up, like the first half, like the half a measure, eighth notes, half a measure, 16th notes. If we're using like single strokes, then we'll build like fills off of that. Like normally that's like my go-to beginner lesson, or like maybe like the first lesson we're learning how to like what the names are of the drums, and like I'm talking about people that have never played before. And then we're trying to learn a beat, and then like when we're starting to learn a fill, I'm like, well, remember our warm-up that we learned? Let's use that in a drum fill. And then we'll build like, okay, the eighth notes are on the snare, the 16th notes are on the toms, you know, or like, and that makes it it makes it easy to build off of something that they already know.
Yep.
So I like that. So yeah, that's normally my go-to one for lessons. I've been doing this like combination thing, morph, maybe like I borrow a lot from Mike Johnston. Actually, I like the way he teaches, and a lot of stuff I like taking what he does and then maybe building some lessons off of it. So I'm a big fan of Mike Johnston. I think he's an incredible teacher. Obviously, I think he definitely is the most successful teacher maybe of all times.
Well,
It's safe to say the dude's killing it. He's created a whole thing, man. But anyways, he's been doing this thing where I've been seeing quite a bit like on social media and stuff, where he's using the alphabet with a specific like either rudiment or some kind of exercise. So I've been doing it with my students using just 16th notes. So basically we're playing 16th notes, and then on the quarter note, we have to say a letter. So like 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E, and then on the quarter note, like basically our goal is for me to say 2 letters and then them to say 2 letters. So like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And they like totally have fun with it. And then we start laughing if we like mess up, and sometimes I'll mess up, sometimes they'll mess up. But you have to keep clean 16th notes while you're doing that. So I have this whole thing with my teaching and my lessons, and like I'm a big fan of like not all sports, but like those guys who know me know that I'm a big fan of like motocross and like 2-wheel sports, like cycling and all that kind of stuff. So basically, long story short, without getting too deep into that, there's a lot of similarities in what we do and like what, say, for example, like a motocross or supercross racer does. Like their stuff is like life or death or like extreme injury. Ours is like it hurts our ego if we mess up. They mess up, they get hurt really bad. Yeah. But all of their stuff is timed. Like it's like they're going around this track and like doing these incredible stunts, clearing these huge gaps and going around these turns like really fast. All that takes a lot of skill, and they do a lot of like repetitious exercises to get efficient at getting around the track. But it's all within a few hundredths of a second, every lap that they do, within a few hundredths of a second.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So it's like what we do, it's a few 1 or 2 hundredths of a second. That's our goal, to play in perfect time. So I work a lot with a coach that talks about how he gets these guys to do that. And the way that he gets them to do that is to shut their brain off and do what they already know how to do. So when it comes time to go to the race, they're not thinking, okay, I have to go this speed to clear this jump, and to go around this turn, I have to twist the throttle this much. It's like walking for us, or it's like, for us, we do all of our exercises or our, whatever, warm-ups or whatever, so that when we get on a gig, we don't think right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. We just do it.
Yeah.
That's what sports is like. You run all your things.
You do all your physical preparation.
So that when you get to the race, you shut your brain off and you know how to do it.
And you're sharp.
So
you do it without stuttering.
Right, exactly. So that's always my goal in teaching. That's one of the first things I talk about with my students is like when you walk in the room, you're not thinking right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, open the door, come in, sit down behind the drums. You just come in and do it. And we're talking, we're like, hey, how's it going? So like, how's school? And what'd you do this week? How'd your gig go? Whatever. And it just happens. And then we play our drums. When we make progress on the drums, that's how we play too. At least that's how I play. I don't think, 4/4 beat and 1 and 2, and, I'm just playing, like, so that exercise that Mike Johnston has, I feel like is a great, like, it's like so innovative to like use that in our teaching to help kids to shut their brain off. And then all of a sudden, like, dude, I've been doing this all week with these kids and like having them, by the time we get to the end goal of our warm up of 2 letters each, and we're playing 16th notes, their 16th notes are pretty like clean and they're not thinking about them anymore. But when they're thinking about their 16th notes, it's like, it sounds like, a ton of bricks falling down the stairs,
It's interesting.
So I think it's really cool. So that's one I've been using a lot. I mean, I use the one you're talking about too a lot. Like I use that one more than anything. But this whole like alphabet thing, it's so crazy using like kind of both sides of your brain and having them think about what letters are coming next. I find it really interesting too that these kids like some kids, it doesn't matter how skilled you are on the drums. Like I had one of my advanced students yesterday, he couldn't do it. Could not do it. He's like, well, wait a minute. Like, I can't say my ABCs like that. And I'm like, well, you have to like kind of say my part silently and then say your part out loud. And then it's still like, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. But he can keep 16th notes, like doubles, 16th notes, anything. He can keep them like nice and clean, but he couldn't do it. And then I had a 7-year-old student today do it like no problem. No problem. I'm funny. Like, don't you think that's at all amazing? She's like, that's easy.
That's easy.
I'm like, okay, so it just goes to show. And then she explained it to me. Well, I use my left side for creative stuff, and then I use my right side for technical stuff. So my right side is thinking about, it could be vice versa, I don't know. But my right side is thinking about the 16th notes, and my left side is thinking about what letter to say next. I'm like, thanks for letting me know. I'm glad you're the teacher now.
Thanks.
Anyways, okay, so I use another one that's just singles, doubles, paradiddles. More advanced students, I'll have them keep like like a kind of like a samba rhythm on their kick, like while we're doing singles, doubles, paradiddles, maybe as 16 notes. And then like beginners, we'll just do them like really slow, like as eighth notes probably, because they always have trouble doing doubles and paradiddles. That's the one that I do most of the time though. When I'm like doing a warm up on my own, I'll do singles, doubles, paradiddles, you know, 1 or 2 measures each, and try to warm my hands up like that. That's my personal one that I like to use a lot. And then there's a couple other ones that I've taken like from Mike Johnston and maybe done a little bit extra with him. Like he has some chop builders that's like Swiss triplet, like 2 Swiss triplets, flam tap, Swiss triplet, flam tap, Swiss triplet, flam tap.
Cool.
But I've tried to do like a, what do they call that? Like a pyramid or a grid. So I'll do 3 Swiss triplets, flam tap, 3 Swiss triplets, flam tap, 2 Swiss triplets, flam tap, 2 Swiss triplets, flam tap, 1 Swiss triplet, flam tap, and then go back up to 3.
Oh, that's cool. I like
Yeah,
that.
that's a really cool warm up. And those are the ones that I like. The ones that I personally do to do like my warm ups with. I will try to get my advanced students to do as well. So those are my big ones. I have the same concept, but like paradiddle diddle, and then paradiddle. So it like alternates. That's another Mike Johnston chop builder, but I do the same pattern, like 3 paradiddle diddles, then a paradiddle, and then 3 again, and then 1 paradiddle, and then 2, and then 1, and
That's
then
cool.
back up. So yeah. And then like there's so much you can do with, obviously, you know, like with teaching. Like if there's a kid that like I have that's doing like coming to me for double bass lessons, I'll just use the same stuff except on his feet, you know, like
Yep.
or have him keep like 16 notes or paradiddles on his hands while he's doing that on his feet. I can't do that stuff, but I'm like, that's what you need, dude. You wanted this.
You asked for it. You got it. Smooth jazz.
What? Like maybe if you were wearing desert sandals, you could like do double bass better.
Yeah. Some people like no shoes. Some people like desert hiking sandals
Yeah.
with gems on them.
Oh, dude, next level.
Yep.
What's your personal warm up?
Man, I don't even. It changes all the time. I guess I don't know. I change. It depends on what I'm doing or what the gig is. I mean, I like doing. I really like doing like one hand at a time. Like doing like 2 measures of sixteenths from with each hand,
That's good.
and trying to zero in on my, you know, my wrists and fingers, trying to get them everything situated. You
Yeah.
know, I like doing that. I like, you know, mixed stickings, like you're talking about, with different paradiddles and combinations, alternating hands, and like different flam tap things. And
Yeah.
I like doing some over the bar type stuff. Some patterns that'll straddle the bar line. So I'm also not only just warming up my hands, but also kind of my head a little bit
Right.
too, trying to get some of that going.
Yeah. Yes.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I probably don't. I need to do more foot warm ups because I don't think I really ever do anything to try to get my right foot warmed up
Yeah.
before I play, because
For a while,
it's just not the same mechanically when you don't have a pedal.
man.
Like you can tap your foot on the floor, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, I don't really do much for warm-ups. Like before a gig, I don't really do much for foot warm-ups. I should do that more, man. But like when I'm like doing a practice routine, most of the time I'm trying to do that same like samba kind of pattern on your feet while I'm doing stuff with my hands, but that's the hardest stuff for me to play, man. So it's really I do that really to challenge myself because it's like you want to hear me really sound like crap, dude. Tell me to play a samba.
Sweet.
I'm just like I cannot do it, man. It's like a block in my brain. I've tried to shed it. I've tried to I mean, I love the music. I listen to it. It's so hard for me, dude. I don't know why I can't do it. So, it's just one of those things. It's like a glitch in my brain.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's plenty of that. I mean, there's so many subtleties to every regional type of music. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a different dialect or different language. You know, like
Yeah.
like you can't. Like, I could not sit down and be like, oh yeah, I can hang with a bunch of like
Not me.
Indian drummers and be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's play some tablas and like
Yeah.
I'll totally like they have a completely different way of thinking about it.
You know what's cool though? Like, not to get on a, like a so much of a side note, but like I've only been to Brazil once, and like I got to go check out some clubs and like watch some real samba bands. So dope. The music is so infectious, man. Like when you're there and just the sound of the drums are just so like you feel them in your bones, you know?
Yeah.
And you can't help but like feel some of those rhythms. And I mean, there was like one point where I picked up like a bottle and was playing on my like with my wedding ring. And like the vibe there is so different from here. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like here, if you don't know the stuff, like you can't do that, or else people are gonna be like, "Come on, bro!" Like, not
Yeah.
necessarily, but maybe that's just the vibe. But there, they were so stoked that I was feeling the music that hard that they were just like, "Yeah!" Like everybody was kind of like, "Yeah, you got it!" Like, you know, and like it was like very encouraging. Like, this is the kind of music that we love. This is infectious music. Of course, you're gonna feel the drums.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like really a cool feeling, but you couldn't help but feel like you needed to pick up something and play because it was just that you feel it, you know?
Hey, I love Brazilian music.
Man,
It's so fun.
I love it too. It's one of my favorite styles. I love
Such a
it.
different type of swung rhythm too. Like it's not. It's one of my. I love that. They're like, swing is different in different countries. Like
Yeah.
there's different types of swing and different stretching and compressing of timing
Yeah.
depending on where you are.
Well,
it's awesome.
There's this drummer, Mark Lampson, that's out here in San Diego. Incredible. He's like
Rips.
the teacher of the teachers.
Yeah, I took some classes with him at one point.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I have a clip. Check it out.
See?
Yeah, that was dope. All right, so that was just Mark was playing percussion on a gig that I was playing on. He was like, yeah, there's this like samba rhythm that's like 3/4. But I couldn't hear it. I can't hear it. I'm thinking the. And he's like, well, no, there's no flam. And I'm like, okay, because I was playing it very. He's like, there's no flam. And I'm like, okay. But what I'm not hearing, I had another drummer be like, yeah, but you're not understanding the swing of like Brazilian music. There's a swing to it. And that's what was in that clip. There's very much a swing to it. And like, I'm like, oh, I still can't play it. But I'm like, oh. Yeah. So very cool, man. That kind of stuff. I wish I could warm up with that stuff, man. But like, it's still cool. Like I wish I could explore that stuff more. You know, I wish I had more time to explore that stuff. But like maybe someday I can get in a room with Mark and. But even the small stuff, like he showed me how to play a cumbia beat that just has stuck with me. I love it and I like use it all the time.
Yeah.
That dude's an incredible drummer, man. Like and just
great teacher.
He's a great teacher too. Yeah, he's that dude. We got to have that dude on the show, man.
Heck
Keep
yes.
on Brazilian rhythms.
Heck yes.
Him and JP at the same time.
Heck
oh my
yes.
gosh, that'd be amazing. Drum video of the week.
Yes.
All right, man. We're getting into. Well, first of all, it's a drum video, so let's crack open a cold one. Oh, of course. Can you beer me?
I'm thirsty, man. Thirsty.
This week, we're watching a video I haven't seen, and we're watching a drummer that I am not too hip to. This is Jeff Tane Watts Quintet. Whew. Yeah.
Jeff Tane Watts, the drummer.
Yes, the bear. The grizzly bear.
He's a maniac.
He's like a vicious bear behind the drums.
Yes.
Okay, so since we've been talking so much about what jazz isn't, we're about to watch what jazz is. This fool is seriously dope. This is Jeff Tane Watts, the Impaler. Some serious biz.
Here we go.
Let's get into it.
Full screen.
Does that say endorphins? Oh boy. Oh, they already ain't even playing, dude. Yes! This fool is not messing around on drums, dude.
No, he isn't.
Listen, look at this guy. Goodness sakes.
He's like deadpan, just staring straight ahead.
Yeah, oh, like he's committing murder. He's
He
like
doesn't
just,
even... Not even sort of looking at what he's doing.
dude. Oh my god, this guy's so dope, dude. Dude, look at that face, bro. Don't mess with this guy, dude. He's killing it. Look at those eyes.
He looks like he's staring at the camera for a second. Oh, man.
Bro, that earring, though, tight.
He's got his style.
Look at that face, dude. They're just zooming in on his face. They're zooming in on his face.
It's right up in his face.
Dude, no emotions. Just, I'm tearing up some drums. That's his face. Goodness gracious. Oh, this guy is killing, dude. Come on! Yes!
He looked pissed off for a second there.
Bro, you
good.
have to be pissed off to play that aggressively on jazz, dude.
Ain't no zebra stripes on that.
No. No slap bass on that bass.
Nope.
Bro, this fool is so dope.
Oh, my word.
think I have a new favorite jazz drummer, dude.
You guy's a maniac, right?
Bro, who says that you have to play jazz all soft? Like, when did that become a rule? This dude is like just completely breaking that rule.
Yeah, a lot of his style reminds me of Elvin in some ways. Like that whole like cascading, like snowballing energy. Where it's like it just like feels like it keeps building, you know,
Yeah.
the whole time. And it's just like this endless wrecking ball. you know?
Man. Listen to that, dude. It's like... so much kick drum, dude. Goodness gracious. Even the keyboard player is pissed off. Piano, sorry.
Are we gonna get a zoom in on his? Nope, zooming in on the hands, not the face. He's making some good faces though.
Yeah.
Hand over hand.
Goodness sakes, come on. Oh, switch. Whoa! Wow. Take it easy, keyboard.
Switch for one hit there.
Oh, I love the sax drum breakdown.
I think the other guys are playing and you just can't hear it.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, there's a little speaker to it.
Feel bad. I'm sure the bass player and the guitarist are doing really cool stuff. But yeah, we're just listening through laptop speakers, so sorry guys.
Man. Bro, that just blew the doors off myself.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. I'm sure there's
Man.
probably some other super sick clips of him shredding solos and stuff.
I
really like watching drummers comp, like with, you know.
Wait, what was that comment?
Where?
That's the drumming of the new millennium. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Bro, that fool, like,
And when was that posted?
7 years ago. Dude. That just blew my doors off, dude. I've never seen a jazz drummer play like that aggressively.
It's pretty vicious, right?
I mean, just so vicious. He's a freaking grizzly bear, dude.
Yeah.
He just, like, that look in his eyes, like, where he's just, like, ready to, like, eat his cymbals for breakfast, dude.
Yeah, he probably does. He just, like, has, like, a bowl of bronze chips.
Dude,
Bronze crisps.
I'm going down the rabbit hole with this guy probably tonight. I'm a fan. Yeah. I'm so stoked you showed me this dude, because I feel like probably I'm going to get some heat for not knowing him before today, but, like, now I'm in love.
Yeah.
That dude is the real deal.
Yeah, he's awesome. I was dorking out to Nate Smith all week.
Yeah, Nate
Holy
Smith from
smokes,
last week.
dude.
Nate Smith is dope, dude.
I listened to that Kinfolk record like 7 times or something. It's so
Yeah,
good.
It's great. It's really great. That horn tune. Dun, 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 dun. It's great. Great track,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. I'm gonna get deep on that dude. Jeff Dane Watts, dude. Heavy
Guy's
business.
serious.
Heavy biz. Like, it's like if Dennis Chambers or Billy Cobham and Tony Williams had a baby.
Yeah, and Elvin Jones too.
And Elvin Jones.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Like, very powerful, raw, just powerful playing, but like in jazz. Like heavy hitting, powerful, heavy hitting. That dude's unreal. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
That's what kind of jazz drummer I want to be.
Jeff Tain Watts.
Yes. Product reviews.
Oh, my drum robot.
This week we're reviewing your drum robot. You did a review on that.
Yeah, the
At
Nord Drum 3P.
Nord Drum 3P. I haven't seen your review yet,
Yeah,
but I'm going to see it because I need to understand how this thing works because I don't know.
it's not for noobs.
Hey, what's up, Internet? My name's Phil Pardell, and I'm going to be going over the Nord Drum 3P modeling percussion synthesizer. First impressions, this thing is super cool. It's really robust. I love that it's made out of metal. It's not like, does not feel cheap or like you would break it easily. It's very sturdy and solid feeling. The pads seem really durable and thick. It's got a lot of buttons right here that I'm sure when you first take a look at this thing, it can be pretty overwhelming because there's so many different parameters, and each button has several different things that one button can do. But other than that, it's pretty. Once you start getting into it, it's pretty quick to get to know your way around all the controls and whatnot. But in this video, we're gonna get into it. I'll give you a demo of some of the various different sounds. Basically, you have A, B, C, and D banks. Each bank has 50 sounds in them. Those are the pre-programmed sounds. A and B are all drum sounds for the most part. C is more melodic things, and then D is kind of sound effects. And then it gives you a bunch of other banks that you can custom make your own. Each one with 50 spots. So I think, there's how many? We've got A, B, C, D. Those are the pre-programmed. Then we got E, F, G, H. So we got 4 banks that you can make up all your own sounds, which is pretty cool because you can really do a lot with this thing. We're gonna get into it. All right, first off, let's just go over the ins and outs on this thing. So we've got a headphone output, which is normal mini headphone plug size. We've got your 1/4 inch left and right out. You've got a single kick trigger input. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a kick trigger. It can be any kind of trigger that you plug in there that uses a 1/4 inch. And that automatically corresponds to the first pad. So whatever you do, I've got a kick pedal hooked up down there, and that's cueing the first pad, as you can see. Then we've got MIDI in and out, and your power supply on and off. So it's pretty basic. You'll notice there's no USB connectivity, though you can connect through MIDI to a computer for system updates and backing up your sounds and downloading other sounds and whatnot. But it's not a sampler, so you're not firing samples that are just stored in its memory. This is actually, every time you hit it, it's synthesizing the tone that you have set for that. Anyway, so those are the ins and outs. Now you notice, so these lights right here correspond to each pad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's how you edit individual pads. That's kind of your navigation system. You've got shift will give you access to lower parameters, or sometimes, like if you want to jump through the system quicker rather than one drum at a time, you can go by category if you hold the shift down. Lower parameter button makes it basically so that when you push that, you'll be operating the lower red label of each button. Anyway, so the basic layout is we've got 3 parameters mainly that makes each tone up. You've got your tone, and that consists of spectra, wave, frequency, dynamic filter, decay, bend. You can do pitch bending, and then pitch, so that's your tone. That's your main tone. And then you've got noise, so that's like kind of white noise that you can change, resonance and filter type, frequency, dynamic filter, decay. And those two are layered together with your mix, so you can choose how much noise versus tone you want. And then you've got click, which is kind of like the first initial attack. So it has various different types of click in there that you can change. And then after you do, so that's your primary tone, and then you've got other add-ons like you can adjust the EQ for each one. You can add different types of distortion, reverb and delay. And then this is your mix like we talked about with the noise and tone, but you can also change the level of each individual sound as well as its panning for output. And this is how you adjust your reverb and delay types. And that's pretty much it for the most part. But with all that, you can do quite a lot of stuff. So let's get into it. I'll just start playing through. I'll play a little bit through each sound really quick, just to give you a feel. But the thing is really dynamic. It's really interesting.
It's definitely, there's plenty of awesome sounds built into it, as you saw. But the beauty in it for me is being able to make any sound you want kind of through it. All of its
That's really
kind of old school, like the whole idea is that the way you manipulate it is kind of like older synthesizing.
That's why it's interesting to me. Like I've used a couple different versions. Like I use the SPDS like pretty regularly on one gig that I play, and we use like triggers and all kinds of stuff. Of course we've all played electronic drums, and then I've used some other like kind of like SPDS kind of modules. But I don't understand what this one is, because the first thing I asked was like, okay, so you can put like samples on it. And you're like, no. I'm like, can you load your own samples in like on a like SD card or something?
Nope.
No. Sorry, I've had a lot of beer, so I keep burping. But I'm like, it has MIDI inputs and outputs, right?
Yeah.
So you can like link it to your computer and play different sounds through your computer.
Yeah, you can use it as an interface to trigger sounds from another piece of hardware.
But it doesn't have those sounds, or you can't put those sounds in it.
No, yeah.
Okay,
or
so-
you like if you have a sampler, you can have like just a sampler and hook it up to a sampler and trigger samples on the sampler.
Okay,
Like
now
you
it makes
you
sense.
can get like I think a Kai or some company makes one that's like $100. It's just a sampler with some pads where you can have a SD card in it, and you can hook MIDI up to it, so you can fire samples from it if you really wanted.
Yes, so you
But
can use it like that.
Like if you're looking for something that'll do samples, you probably want something else. This thing is more like for someone who wants to make their own unique sounds.
Yes.
And like really appreciates that it's got its own vibe, its own thing, its own sounds, and you make your own. You can be creative and come up with your you can get really weird with it. You
That
can
is
come up with
cool.
some really bizarre, unique sounds with it that it's made for performing too. It's got a lot of
That's dope.
features that like you can manipulate while you're playing, and I like the thing that I like the most is that it's not trying to sound like real drums.
yeah.
It's its own thing. It's trying to be itself, a unique form of expression and textures and stuff geared towards drummers.
I
But
like that.
You can do melodic stuff. You can do semitones, like between half steps, so you can get into like
Wow.
you can do all sorts of weird stuff with it.
And you've been hooking it up to a loop pedal
Yeah,
for this like dance
with a
gig
loop
that you do.
with a loop pedal, it's a lot of fun because
Wow.
you can do like more percussive type layers, and then add like melodic lines or bass type tones, and then it's got all sorts of built-in effects and all that kind of
Wow.
stuff. So you can get pretty out there with it.
Well, I know like Nord stuff is dope anyways, like, you know, like I've played in bands with dudes that are using their stuff for like organ and like keyboard patches and all this cool stuff. But it's never like a VK7 or like not a VK7, like a I always go to VK7, but what's a general like keyboard like that all the dudes use? Like a
motif.
motif.
Or like
That's what I was thinking of. Like a
Yeah.
motif or something where you get like weird like synth patches and stuff like that. Like I know that like if like I don't know anything about keyboards. Obviously this is a drum show, so I know a little bit about drums, but I know that like the dudes that use like Nord stuff are going for like a specific like genuine like piano sound or genuine like organ sound
Yeah.
or something like that. They're not trying to get crazy synth sounds for like an Uptown Funk patch.
Yeah, well, you can do that.
But
stuff
you
with
can
it.
do that,
Yeah, you
yes.
can. I mean, their whole thing is like it seemed, at least in my mind, is it's all like they're modeling stuff for real instruments. Kind they're like supposed to be like more practical for your working musician
Yeah.
than like I've had analog drum machines and they're cool, but they've got a lot of limitations and they're temperamental and stuff. And this thing, I mean, it's not analog, but the way it functions is based on the same mentality of analog, you know.
So like it's like
manipulation,
you can
but-
get old school drum sound, old school like electronic drum sounds.
Yeah, that can make it sound I can make it sound like an analog keyboard.
That is
I mean,
dope.
obviously, yes, I know for all you analog nerds, it's not the same as a real analog thing. There's definitely some difference, but it's the closest thing I've ever heard. Like it
That's
comes
cool.
closer than anything.
To use that though in a drum setting, like as a drummer, to have something like that that's like you can have like instrumentation or like cool or like you like hooking it up to a loop pedal and have something like that, that's dope, dude. That's like out of the box thinking and like, you know, it's cool. I think it's great. And it, you know, like you mentioned, like you can perform with it.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff I've really been like I've been intrigued by it. I haven't been able to get deep into it and I can't afford to get stuff like that I want right now, but I'm very intrigued by that kind of stuff to incorporate that kind of stuff maybe into teaching down the future. Like, you know, maybe have like performance shows with that kind of stuff where we're teaching kids how to play rudiments and all kinds of notation or whatever. And then, you know, incorporating those kind of things where they're playing actual melodies using the stuff that we've taught them, like on a practice pad.
Oh yeah.
Be really fun to do stuff like that down in the future. But I dig it, man. So really cool, like good like review and
Thanks.
Yeah, I can't wait to test that mug out.
It's fun, man. It feels like its own instrument. I've played other ones and they feel like, I don't know, it's just not the same. This thing, it feels like I'm playing an instrument with its own unique characteristics, and it's really dynamic.
That's cool.
It has really good sensitivity and touch for like, I don't know. It's just
Probably it would probably take me a long time to like get used to using it and incorporating it and
Oh yeah, I mean, like as far as like for like working cover band stuff, probably not the best choice.
yeah.
Like I got it because I thought it could cover that role for that realm, but I could also use it for more abstract ideas and exploring different realms of music that I'm more interested in. Because I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to drop a bunch of money on a piece of hardware that I wasn't excited about. Like I didn't want to just go, get something
Yeah.
that I was like, okay, I need this to play songs that I don't really like.
Yeah, and that's kind of so, I mean, that's the thing with these like electronic drum modules or whatever pads or whatever is like, it's kind of like the thing to have, and you can do a lot with them.
they're so powerful. I'm not trying to knock them.
Yeah,
They're like
I use one. I
you
mean,
can do
you know,
so much with those.
yeah, it definitely, like, one of the corporate style like cover bands that I play in that uses this thing. I mean, it changes the game for this band. You know, it's like we can trigger like samples off of it. We can trigger backing tracks off of it. We can, you know, it's seriously like the difference of playing a dance song and adding a sub kick as the song builds to where it's like these people feel like they're at a club watching a DJ, but it's a live band. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it adds it makes such a difference, and it sets us apart from being like a typical cover band to being like a high end, you know, and gives us the energy and the needed tools that we need to have the show that we have. That it's like, we could do our show without it, but it makes it so much better having it. You know? And that's what's dope about it. It's like, man, this thing is so handy and so like necessary for what we do and what we use it for. That like, and before this gig, I never used one before, so I had to like learn how to do this thing and like switch between songs, and it's great, man. It's a great tool, and I understand why all these top level, you know, artists and bands and drummers that tour with these artists like use them. You know, they're necessary. And I'm really grateful that I'm like playing this band and have to have experience. I've gotten experience using this thing now, you know, like it's cool. So I think it's just a progression of where drums are going. You know, it's like, I guess in the 80s, everybody thought by now we'd all be playing electronic drums, but, you know, it's
all
like
about combining textures.
it's all
now,
about
right?
combining. Yeah. It's all about like getting those live drum sounds, acoustic drum sounds with like, you know, your track or with a trigger on it, or, you know, so very cool. Well, we already had one this episode, but I got another one. Let's get into it. Corey's Soapbox! I ain't trying to hear that right now. All right, Phil.
What else happened this week? Damn, you've had a bad week.
I mean, it's not really a bad week, but it's just things that happen to me. I go through this every week, though. It's just
another week.
It's just another week. All right, so this week my actual real life soapbox is not about smooth jazz, thank goodness. This week's soapbox is about me and my dietary issues
Okay.
on gigs. Let me just tell you what happened. Gosh. All right, so I'm on a gig with the Schmucky Metal Band.
Ah, yes.
I
Seems
believe
to be,
you've heard of them.
There's been a lot of soapboxes. from
Listen,
this.
like the Schmucky Metals Band, dude, is the perfect storm for my soapbox. It is the gig of all gigs to get me on my soapbox.
It's a good gig, though.
It's a good gig. I'm not complaining about having the gig.
Great players.
It just, man, it's been great for the show because it gives me so much soapbox material every freaking week. I can almost guarantee it.
Did you guys play smooth jazz?
No, we refuse to do that. Thank goodness all the guys, most of the guys on the gigs,
Yeah.
feel the same way I do about smooth jazz. So no, there will be no smooth jazz. No, we don't have mandals that we go hiking in.
Nope.
No.
No gems.
This week, what happens is on the Schmucky Metals Band, just like when you send your invoice or whatever you do to get paid, you have to give preferences on this website, on their website. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm getting worked up, bro. I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional. Okay. You have to give your preferences in the website. You give your preferences of musicians, like, hey, I don't like playing with this guy. I do like playing with this guy.
Really?
Yes, you can do that.
Even within the company?
Yeah, no, like actually within the company.
Whoa.
Yeah. I prefer playing with this guy. Don't prefer playing with this guy. They don't get to see that. But
The other guys in the band?
the other guys in the band don't get to see that. But the Schmucky Metals people do.
The people organizing.
Yes, and the consultant.
Wow.
Yes, they get to see who you prefer to play with and who you don't.
That's crazy.
They get to see There's something else that they get to see. Well, one of the biggest things for me is you get to give a meal preference. Like, hey, I'm kosher, or hey, I am vegan, which in my case, I am vegan. So I'm fairly new to being vegan. I've been vegetarian for years. So it's been problems. It's been a problem numerous times where I'm like, hey, I'm vegetarian or I'm vegan. I can't eat steak for dinner. Like, not that I don't want to. It's just that I will physically get sick if I decided today's the day I'm going to eat meat if I haven't eaten meat in 5 years.
Yeah.
Being that I'm okay, let's get a few things like clear and out in the open. I am a vegetarian. I'm a vegan because of my stomach. So when I say I'm vegan, a lot of people are like, you're not vegan, dude. That's a leather belt. Okay, well, first of all, I got this leather belt or these leather shoes before I was vegan. Okay, so now I'm conscious of that and I try not to do that. Okay, whatever. You can call me a poser if you want, all you freaking vegans out there. It's fine, whatever. I choose to be vegan because, well, I choose to eat vegan because of my stomach. Right now, like, it is somewhat an ethical reason for me, but it's not. I didn't become vegan because of ethical reasons. Like, I believe in, like, being nice to animals. I believe they're our friends, like, some of them, you know, like, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. That's not the real reason why I'm vegan. I'm real reason because I got the worst freaking piece of crap stomach ever.
Sorry.
It sucks. My stomach sucks, dude. I wish I could get on a soapbox about that, but it would probably hurt my stomach and then I would have to go to the bathroom. Okay, so I have to eat. I have to be careful of what I eat every time I eat because of my stomach. So I'm vegan and I feel much better when I'm vegan. Okay, well, I made my meal preference on the gigs. Like, hey, Corey is vegan. Please provide a vegan meal for him. It's not that hard. Just give me some vegetables, dude. We're good.
Yep.
Now, granted, okay, yes, we're so privileged and we're so pampered and we get a free meal. What are you complaining about? I got it. But that's part of the deal.
Yeah, that's not privileged and pampered. That's part of the.
It's part of the deal.
Gig. That's part of your payment.
Okay, well, this has happened before.
That's part of why you get to be there for like 7 hours, 8 hours.
Exactly what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been on gigs before where the server comes in and he's like, they didn't tell us there was a vegetarian meal, so this is what you get. And I'm sorry, man, I can't eat that. Like, I'm not going to choose today to be the day that I start eating meat. I'm sorry. Is there something you could do? And I've had him come back and be like, sorry, man, nothing we can do. Here's some chicken strips for you.
Chicken strips?
I'm like, why would I start eating? If I'm going to start eating meat, why would I start with chicken strips?
They don't have like some straight up lettuce even?
Dude, the band was like, I'm sorry, Corey, man. Here's my vegetables. And like forking over like asparagus on my plate. And like, I'm cool with just eating like chicken or just eating steak or whatever, but you can have my veggies.
That's cool.
And I'm like, man, thank you guys so much. Like, I feel bad taking your food, but they're like, no, dude, you got to eat. Well, anyways, on this gig, man, like, I'm on the gig. First of all, I got there at 4:30 in the afternoon. 4:30 in the afternoon. We are not leaving this gig until 12:30 at night. So we're there for 8 hours.
4:30, that's well beyond lunch.
Yes.
Too early for dinner, obviously.
Yes.
Right?
So on our break, it's our dinner time. And I'm like, okay, cool. The guy's like, okay, cool. You guys are on break? Cool. I'm bringing you guys dinner. And I go, oh, and they should have a note that there's at least one vegan in the band. So we should have a vegan meal.
Yeah.
The guy's like, I'm not sure about that, but I'll check. Okay, well, I mean, I did my part. I specified it on the website. So.
And they're contractually obligated to give you guys meals as part of hiring schmucky metals.
Yes.
Right?
Well, most people don't believe that. Actually, some people in the band don't freaking believe that. Like, but whatever. So, look, dude, like, it is what it is. You can feel however you want to feel about vegans, dude. Whatever. I don't know why that affects you. Like, you know, but like, if you are upset that I don't eat meat, you have some kind of other problems going on.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what you eat, dude. You want to eat steak? I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to tell you to not eat steak. You know, I'm just telling you, I physically cannot eat steak. I used to love eating steak, dude. I used to think it was delicious and I used to eat it all the time, but I don't eat it anymore. I can't physically stomach it. Okay? So,
I mean, I don't care what you eat.
I don't care.
As long as it isn't like shards of glass and
No.
like sassy
But you know what?
saxophone
It
solos.
might as well be shards of glass for my stomach. It has the same effect, dude.
Damn.
It's going to hurt either way. Okay, so the guy brings out, like, he's like, sorry, man, they didn't tell us there was a vegetarian or vegan. So he's like, I had to go to another kitchen to a different wedding and get this. This is a vegetarian meal. Hopefully this will be good for you. And, like, he was a nice guy, but he brings out this, like, raviolis with, like, cheese all over it and, like, cream sauce. And I'm just like, I go, man, like, honestly, I go, if that's, like, cream sauce and stuff, no, I can't eat that. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. Well, they didn't tell us there's a vegan, so this is all we have.
They didn't have salad?
I'm like, well, no, they had side salad. He's like, I can bring you another side salad, but that's all we have. I'm like, bro, you can't, like, scrape together vegetables? Like, how hard is it to scrape together some broccoli, dude?
Yeah.
Like, some mashed potatoes and broccoli. Or if the mashed potatoes has milk in it, sorry, I'm not eating that. But, like, something. I know you guys have vegetables. Come on. Come on. You're serving strictly meat to all your people? And so he's like, I'm sorry, man. I mean, can you just stomach this? And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. If there's, like, cream and stuff on it, no. Like, I won't eat that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not saying your food isn't good enough. I'm saying that I physically cannot stomach cream sauce.
Yeah.
Well, dude, like, anyways, I don't want to get too far off into, like, what happened. Like, I just got super into it with one of the band members, like, heavily, like, a very heated argument. Like, I'm talking, like, worst case scenario heated argument where we're, like, yelling and screaming at each other.
But no fists were thrown.
It was, the next step would have been a fist fight.
Whoa.
Like, where we were both like, dude, don't even go there, man. You don't want this. Like, it was, like, that bad. And I'm like, he's just like, dude, you should be just happy that you're getting food and, like, you should just eat it. And I'm like, worry about yourself. Put yourself in my shoes. I can't eat this. It's not because I don't want to. It's because I can't.
Yeah.
Do you want me to finish the gig or not? If I finish the gig, then I don't eat that. If I don't finish the gig, I can eat that. If you want me to be in the freaking bathroom all the time, sorry to be so frank, but that's what's going to happen if I eat that crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, put yourself in my shoes. Be at a gig for 8 hours and you need a side salad and then come and talk to me. And he's like, I would be happy with what I got. I'm like, that makes me mad. Like, that gets me mad. That's like, that's not a soapbox. That's me pissed off.
Yeah.
You know? Because you're making a judgment call because you have a problem with vegan. That's so ridiculous, dude. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
I cannot stand people that judge you for what you're doing. Let me do what I'm doing, dude. Like, if you have a problem with what I believe in or what I put in my body because I believe that it's better for me, my personal choice, you have a problem with that? Dude, we can't be friends.
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, good. So, yeah, man,
close.
like, I
think he was going to hit me.
No. I just, dude, my wife is not vegan. My wife eats meat, dude. She eats like meat and cheese and eggs and, you know, chicken and fish and turkeys and
All at the same time.
if she wants to, yeah. And like, I'm like, babe, I wish she wouldn't eat that, but like, that's her decision and we're married.
Yeah. She can eat whatever she wants.
Yeah. It's her choice. Mm-hmm. And like, you know what? Everybody in the Schmucky Metals band, if they want to eat steak and chicken for dinner, which is what they have most nights, and I choose not to, that's
Who
why I made a
cares?
preference on the website. So all you freaking people that cannot get it right or don't look at the stinking, like, when you sign the band up for your gig, look at what they eat, dude. Like,
Yeah.
be like, oh, okay, we need one vegan meal. Why can't people get that right? Because people hate vegans, dude.
Yeah, there definitely is like
I
a lot.
hate that, dude.
There is a lot of hatred towards vegans.
It's
I've
so
noticed.
weird, man. I don't know if people are like
It's even
jealous.
in pop culture.
Yeah.
It's like really normal and acceptable to be like vegans are stupid.
Dude, I saw this like I heard this radio like ad, and it was like the summertime is like a San Diego station 91X, and they're like when you're at a barbecue and you're firing up your grill and you're cooking steaks fresh on your grill, and your friend comes up to you and says, "I'm vegan." He's like, you could just fire up your lawnmower and be like, "Well, then you can eat this." I'm like, why is there so much hatred towards that? Like, why?
I don't know.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a stigma like that. I've never experienced it. I don't know anyone that has, but
Dude, I
where they
experience it
think
all the
that-
time.
No,
Sorry.
where it's like people think that vegans are super judgmental and like I'm better than you, and you're a horrible person because you
Yeah.
eat meat. But I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I've never met any vegans that act like that.
Oh, I definitely think I'm better than everybody.
Oh, there you are. I met you.
No, I'm just kidding. No. I get that. Like I've known vegans that are like proud vegans that, there's like the stigma that we all get that like we love to tell people that we're vegan. Like there's like a joke, like there's a plane going down and the pilot's passed out and the plane is gonna crash, and so the stewardess or whatever they call them now stands up and is like, "Hey, does anybody know how to fly the plane? Is there any pilot that can fly the plane?" And then a guy stands up and he's like, "I'm not a pilot, but I'd just like to let everybody know that I'm vegan." That's like the stigma that we all get, that we just want to tell everybody that we're vegan. I don't really feel like that. All I do know is that I feel better when I don't eat stuff that I'm not supposed to eat. My body feels better. My stomach is manageable when
Yeah.
I'm on top of like, I'm careful of what I put in my body.
I mean,
I feel better.
Yeah.
I feel better. I act better. I'm like, it's just better for everyone. But like, that's not threatening to you. Like, I'm just like, you don't need to question me, dude. Don't ask me why. How am I getting my protein? Or like, you're so concerned. It's like I feel like fools are like guilty because they're like cutting their steak and being like, "Well, are you cool with me eating this?" Dude, you like want to do that? Eat it. Dude, like I know, dude. I played in bands with dudes that were against drinking, but they weren't like every time I had a beer, like, "Shame on you, bro. You should not be drinking that."
Yeah.
They're just like, "Dude, do what you do. Like, if you want to drink, drink. I choose not to drink." And I'm like, I respect that. And they're like, "We respect you too." I just don't understand why fools at gigs cannot get, like, how hard is it? Like, seriously, that's what set me off. Is I asked the guy, I go, like, who said that? Who said that this is all I can have? I go, was it your boss? Was it the chef? Because I'll be happy to talk to him and just be like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry to put you out, but like, it's not an issue of like, I'm, a freaking activist. I have stomach problems, dude. I have stomach problems. That's it. Like, is there some kind of vegetables you can just throw together that like I can have that won't hurt my stomach, and then I can play my gig and get done with my job for the night? Because I've been here for 8 hours and I'm freaking starving, man. That's it. I shouldn't have to get into it with a band member, who should have my back. Like, I shouldn't have to get into it with him. I shouldn't have to get into it with the chef. I shouldn't even have to go through this. I should be allowed to eat just like the rest of the band.
Yeah.
That has been my soapbox. I ain't trying to hear that right now.
It's a good soapbox.
That's a real soapbox. That wasn't like a joking soapbox. That's like a really passionate soapbox that I feel strongly about.
I mean, I definitely. It's not really the most healthy option, but I definitely cruise around. I a lot of times will have a protein bar or two in my bag, just because like I don't know if I'm gonna get food or what it's gonna be like, or
that's the problem,
so
man.
I'll often have something, and obviously it's not That's not an ideal solution.
Yeah.
But I do it just in case, and it's helped me out.
But
In some situations,
my
but
point is that
you
we
shouldn't
shouldn't
have
have
to.
to do that.
Yeah, you
The
shouldn't
rest
have
of the
to.
band gets to eat.
Yeah.
You know, if the rest of the band was like, I only eat meat, I don't feel like it would be as big of a problem if it was like, I only eat vegetables. Like, dude, I'm asking for you to like, just not give me meat, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not asking for much. Just don't put any cream sauce, and you know, it's like not that hard, dude. It's like I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why it's a problem. But like, that's what everybody's saying was, well, if you don't like it, man, you should just bring your own food. Well, yeah. I have to start doing that, but I shouldn't have to do that. The rest of the band doesn't have to do that. I'm not asking for much, dude. I'm not asking for some crazy like, you know, I feel like even like gluten-free stuff or something like that. I mean, like if you have those kind of dietary restrictions, like yeah, you got to probably try to bring your own stuff or just refrain. But like asking for a meal without meat or animal like products or animal like food stuff, I don't feel like that's too much to ask, dude.
Yeah.
Just give me some sides, give me some veggies, dude. I don't know. I don't, especially when it's been specified like in advance. I don't understand why. I don't understand why that's a problem. But whatever. It's something you got to deal with. Like the problem is, dude, in this world, man, like I feel like when you try to do something on the up and up, or you want to be healthy, or you want to like you're like, I noticed that like if you're exercising regularly, or if you're in shape, or if you're like eating healthy, or you're like drug free, or you're straight edge, or you're whatever, like people like to criticize that. And I feel like it's out of guilt. Like, well, I feel guilty because I'm eating like junk food and I'm out of shape and I don't exercise, you know, and like I feel guilty about it. So I'm going to bring you down.
Yeah, I'm sure some of that's from insecurities. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I ain't down with that. That's why you're on my soapbox this week. I ain't down with that. Vegan.
Damn straight.
Smooth jazz, vegan, skinhead. That's what I am.
Yeah. Straight edge.
Straight edge. Wait. Last week, not this week. All right. Soapbox. That was it. I ain't trying to hear that right now.
This is good. This is a solid soapbox.
Yeah. I feel like that one was a more serious one. I do feel like an activist if I'm like having a soapbox about it, but what can you do?
It's cool.
I
I'm
don't
not
care.
vegan,
Yeah.
but I respect that you are, and that's cool.
Thank you. See? And I respect that you're
Hey.
vegetarian.
Eat whatever the hell you want, Corey.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Or don't eat whatever the hell you want.
I mean, like, am I vegan? Am I still vegetarian because I have leather shoes on?
I mean,
Like, I don't think I would buy another pair of leather shoes, but I did buy these when I was not vegan.
yeah, I don't know, man.
I've had
Like,
people go, "You're not vegan because you're not wearing you're wearing animal products." Well, okay, yeah, I know, but this is a
you're
stomach
talking-
issue, dude.
You're talking about your diet, not your philosophy.
Yeah. Like I said, it's somewhat an ethical thing. I don't feel like I want to eat. I don't feel like I want to eat animals. I don't like that. But I'm not saying that nobody can eat animals because I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing animals, and
True.
they served a purpose. And like, I don't feel like I'm poisoning my body with like hormones and weird stuff that's in our food these days. But that's a whole like another thing that we can talk about for hours. We need a whole separate podcast for that.
I'm sure there are.
There's tons that I don't want to get into, but like, yeah, I don't want to talk about what I wear and like why it's not ethical for some people. It's hypocritical if you want to call it that. It is what it is, but I'm vegan because of health issues, man.
Corey eats whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. And I don't eat what I want to. Drum games! Paradiddle challenge, Mike Johnston style.
Shit.
You know your ABCs, right, Phil?
My face is glowing.
Oh, snap.
That might help.
That's a little better.
All right, here we go. Okay, wait. I gotta say two. You gotta say two, Mike. Here we go. A, B,
C, D,
E, F.
H. That was quick. Dude, I'm so bad at this.
Let's try it again. Ready? Go. Whoops, I start on the wrong note. Here we go. A, B,
C, D,
E, F,
G, H,
I, J,
K, L,
M, N.
N, O. That's two N's.
Oh my gosh. This time you start.
Well,
One,
I was
two-
doing left-hand lead, though, so
Me too.
That's probably why.
Okay, let's lead with our right.
Nope.
Well, I'm leading with my left. What are we doing? All right, I got this.
I got two pinks. See?
A,
B,
C, D,
E, F,
G, H,
I, J,
K, L,
M, N,
O, P,
Q, R,
S, T,
U, V,
W, X.
Y, Z.
I
Yeah!
messed up my paradiddles.
Me too. Now, what would really be hard is to do this, like the alphabet in reverse.
I can't do that.
Like, don't they? I've never had this happen, but don't they do that when they pull you over and they're like trying to
Yeah,
give you the drunk
I
driving
can't do
quiz?
that sober.
Who can do that?
But the thing is, I heard when you say, yeah, but I can't do that sober, that's like, oh, so you're drunk.
So you've been drinking.
Yeah.
Is that why they do that?
Yeah. So
So
they like, it's like an,
sneaky.
yeah, admission of guilt.
But if you're like, who can do that sober even, then that's not. Right?
I would say, I can't really do that.
You sneaky.
All right, I'm going to try it this one. A, B,
C, D,
E, F,
G, H,
I, J,
K, L,
M, N,
O, P,
Q, R,
S, T,
U, V,
W, X.
Y, Z. Oh,
Yeah.
my paradiddles were sloppy though.
Me too.
Mike Johnston, why? Why you got to do these things, man? Make two teachers look terrible, man.
I think I'm gonna do. I like two pink.
You can do whatever you want with the Drum Brigade sticks.
It is America.
Just don't tell them you're vegan, dude. That was a good show. It was a long show. It was a late show. It was a show of all shows
Might be our last one here
for this season.
for this season.
Man, Studio 528 in beautiful Oceanside, California. It's
been
home of the Drum Brigade.
I love this place.
Love it. You could do so much here, man. We do so much here. But next week, oh my gosh, it's at Doc Sweeney's Drum Shop.
Yeah.
You're not ready, world.
Nah.
The drummers that we got coming through, the stuff we do for you guys, I need to get a soapbox for that.
Yeah.
The drummers we have going tomorrow, I mean, Doc, first of all, Doc's shop cannot contain my soapbox, dude. It cannot contain my soapbox.
Nah.
I hope I can give my soapbox when there's just a room full of drummers, dude.
That'd be so good.
Yeah.
You have a whole audience and they'll cheer and clap.
Yes. That would be great. So yeah, anyways, this show tonight, I had a few soapboxes. Just a few. Normally I have quite a few.
There might still be more.
I had two soapboxes today. Smooth jazz is a big one. Veganism is a big one. Veganism, my wife doesn't like when I call it veganism, but me being vegan and other people not liking that, that's what I'm talking about. I ain't down with that. Corey Soapbox.
Corey Soapbox.
We talked about our warm-ups. That was a long warm-up. Or a long question of the day, but it's good. Man, Jeff Tane Watts, my new favorite drummer. The
Guy's
grizzly
sick.
bear.
The bear.
The
It's like
vicious grizzly bear behind the drums, dude.
yeah.
Playing jazz like
You kind of feel bad
crazy-
for those drums.
I
Even
kinda-
though he's not really like, abusing them, but it just can't help but
he's-
feel like they're being mauled.
Well, those drums like showed up to the gig
They're
like,
just like,
yeah, we're just gonna
Oh my
play
God.
jazz.
oh god, that's
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a-
like
a
I felt
barrage,
like- I
a
felt like-
barrage of intensity.
I felt like I was being beat up. Like the
Yeah.
first video, I felt like I was just like, oh, ow, oh.
And
But-
he's just mad dogging you the whole time, just like
Yeah.
staring at you right in the face, like, yeah, I just did that.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Those drums showed up like, yeah, we're just going to, be at a jazz gig. Nice tap, tap, tap-a-roo. No.
Maybe a little swung backbeat.
Yeah, no.
Not that jazz gig.
No.
No, sir.
That was dope. Dude, product reviews. That drum robot,
Robo.
Phil loves to call, you love to call them drum robots.
Yeah, that's what they are.
That's dope. That thing was dope.
Robots.
That thing was dope. I can't wait to try that mug out. And that drum game was a doozy.
Yeah, I suck at that. Thanks.
I mean, thank Mike Johnston, man.
Thanks, Mike Johnston.
He's a maniac and he's good at what he does,
That's true.
but I'm not good at what he does.
nah, me neither.
Anyways, Drum Brigade show number 9. Oh my gosh, Drum Brigade.
Yes.
Drum Brigade.
Drum
Drum
brigade.
Brigade. Drum Brigade.
Drum brigade.
Brigade. Drum Brigade. Drum Brigade. Drum Brigade. Doc Sweeney's next week.
Doc Sweeney.
Vessel drums. Ooh.
Fig.
Masters of Maple.
Fig. Fig. Tosh the drummer too, right?
Maybe.